Hello, friends. In this short video, I would like to talk about money and investments. I would like to share certain aspects, especially from the perspective of micro caps. To start with, micro cap funds are very tough and very volatile, and there is lack of liquidity. Especially micro cap stocks are agile and lack of liquidity. Some are not listed. Of course, some of them are listed like through BSC and NSE, and but basically the challenge is that people are not willing forward to purchase micro caps. And there are one more segment, that is nano caps, which are tinier than this micro caps. But there are some people who are specialized in micro caps. In fact, you can make money in micro caps, provided you have eye for details, and if you have love for investments, and if you have very long horizon, and if you are having lot of patience and discipline, so you can make a lot of money. To start with, usually you get 12% CAGR on large caps, and mid caps you get around 15%, and small caps you get around 18%, and micro caps you can get more than that. It's not a template as such, but it's ideally it is expected. But the challenge with micro caps is that you need to do a lot of research, and if you take 10 stocks, some of them, maybe around 7 stocks, may not be there in the picture. So this is the challenge. But still you have to take a risk, and not to take a risk is also a risk. You need to take a risk. That too, small caps are very risky, but at the same time, they have huge potential. If you can find the intrinsic value, you can get a lot of money. So what you have to do is you have to do research. You have to read balance sheets. You have to read annual reports. You have to network with the people. You need to make visits with the companies. You should make shop floor visits, and you must talk with the management people. Sometimes they may not share the information. Some of the management people will are willing to share the information, so you need to talk to them. You have to get their clues and cues, and you have to get the signals. You have to cut out the noise, and you have to focus on the right signals, and you have to get the inputs from multiple sources, and you should be willing to wait for the very long time. Sometimes for 5 to 6 years, you may not get the results. Suddenly, it might spike 100x. We can't predict about micro caps. So, this is the story of micro cap investments. There are so many companies, penny stocks, most of them are illiquid, but some of the micro caps are very agile, and you have to very quick and alert to get the cues and clues, so that you can make a lot of money from the micro cap investments. So I can't recommend anything as such. So you have to do a research. This is my slogan. So apart from this micro cap investments, basically, what people can do is that we can go for mutual funds. You can go for stock market. If you are a full time investor, and if you have a research team, and if you are having money and resources, and if you are so much passionate, if you can work from 9 to you can work, if you can become a full-time investor, you can make a lot of money, but it's a trial and error game. It requires a lot of strategy. People think that the stock market is a gamble. It's not correct. Stock market is a strategy. It integrates probability, statistics, mathematics, history, and various other aspects. and you must be willing to learn from the mistakes, and life is a series of mistakes, and we have to learn each every moment of our life. Then again we have to take feedback time to time, then I have to keep moving forward, because the world is we are living in a VUCA world. There is uncertainty, and complexity, volatility, everywhere. So we are living in a very uncertain world, and especially AI has changed the things, and the chat GPT technology has changed the game. So what worked in the past doesn't work now. What works now may not work in the future. So we can't predict with a very long view, but we should be optimistic as investors and as entrepreneurs. There is a difference between entrepreneurs and investors. Entrepreneurs, they take a very high risk. They start from beginning to the end, whereas investors, what they do, they put money and wait for results. So if you look at some of the investors like Warren Buffett, he started, I think, at the age of 13. There are some investors like Charlie Munger started somewhere at 35 or 45. The Jim Simons started at the age of 51. So at the age of 60, I made my debut as an SIPs of with an investment of 2,000 rupees. And now I'm 63 years old. Age is just a number, and I am not financially independent as such. I still belong to a lower middle class family. I had a brain stroke in the year 2021, and things went wrong. Earlier, I was taking everything for granted, and I was not thinking in terms of money. I was thinking about adding value and impacting the people. It is required, but apart from that, we should also care for our money and other aspects. Money gives you freedom, choices, opportunities, confidence. So you should emphasize on financial independence and literacy. Age is just a number. Anyone can become rich at any point of time. Only thing is that you need to have the fire in your belly, and you should be passionate about what you are doing. When you look at Colonel Sanders at the age of 60, he founded KFC and became successful. So at the age of 60, I am also a military veteran. I made my debut with an amount of 2,000 rupees SIP, then converted into uh, lump sum. Then again, and we put a little more money. Still, I have a long way to go achieve financial independence. The good news is that I provided education to my two sons, and they are leading their own paths. I am happy for them. So now I have to think about my financial independence. So this is the thing which is there in my agenda. So hopefully I'll achieve my financial independence, because I am basically an author, researcher, and a storyteller. I'm passionate about what I do. I wake up morning 4 o'clock, night 10 o'clock I sleep. I work very, very hard. So only thing I have to switch my gears to money and investments, so that I can achieve financial independence. Please like, share, and subscribe with gratitude.